What's up, y'all? It's popping. It's D. About to react to another Sneako related video. I know I probably said in the last vid that, I'm done with Sneakos. Nothing else to talk about. But here we are. I tell y'all all the time, don't listen to me. I change my mind a lot. I contradict myself a lot. Things change. Circumstances change. It is what it is. Here we are. This vid says it's old footage of him mocking Andrew Tate, which is interesting because that is, his Lord and Savior. He looks up to him. So it's odd that, he was talking about him and mocking him apparently. But sure, we're gonna get into it and see what he has to say. We're gonna watch Abba and Preach's video. This is what somebody sent me. I'm sure I could just look up old footage of him without Abba and Preach, but I want to hear what they got to say as well. Why not? So I'm gonna just skip to the portion of the video where they're talking about the situation.
Oh, wow. And what's so funny? So I remember this clip I saw a while back, but before Sneako became like a Tate fanboy, basically, Daddy Tate's son.
Yeah.
There's a clip of him reacting to Tate. Watch this.
Really?
If I was him, I'd hate us. I hate you. Of course he does. Of course he does. Don't get mad at the dude. He's fat. He's short. He's clearly lonely. He's wearing fucking baggy ass shorts. All
right, now they're going a little too come on, bro. Fat, short. All right, you don't need to. Why are you? You shouldn't be physically talking about another man on that level. You fat lying piece of shit. I would beat
the American. He looks fucking amazing. He's dressed as American. I'm in my tailored $10,000 suits without a geeky hat on. I haven't got a pedo mustache. I got all the women. I got money.
He just said I paid $10,000. Why do you spend $10,000 on suits? It's a suit. It looks the same all the time. It's a fucking black jacket, black pants, and a tie. You don't need to spend 10 bands on that. You spend 10 bands on it so you could say in a podcast that it costs 10 bands. But just dress well.
I got the Bugatti, I got the jet. It's true, but no, of course he hates us. Of course, but it's just an amazing...
I got a jet, I don't know, man. These self-help dudes are just are too full of themselves. Why are you yelling about your jet on a podcast?
How long ago was that?
A year. This is a year.
Well, people can switch. People can flip.
Less than a year.
My man is like pancakes. He's
lack of self-awareness. Somebody like that. It's actually almost an impressive
say May 2022.
Someone like that. You look at someone like me, as accomplished as I am, with every genetic gift.
All right, bro. As accomplished I am, with the genetic gifts of a man and the physical superiority of my body. So why are you bro? You're wearing a shiny fucking bomber gold jacket with open and sunglasses on. You look like a video game character. You look like what a 12-year-old would pick as his GTA character. Don't.
Ooh,
all right, there's
self-help
for men, and then there's also just jerking yourself off to other men. Because right now you're like,
all right, Anakin Sleepwalker. Shit.
You said Anakin Sneakwalker?
Yeah,
I'm gonna actually give you that one. That's actually fine.
No, but he flipped on the dark side.
Anakin Sneakowalker. That's crazy.
No, but he fucking flipped on the
Yo,
dark side.
that is actually
But
facts.
I mean, that's what he does. That's what it is. He flipped on the dark side.
Yo, Preach, I gotta give it to you today.
I don't know what the fuck he talking about. I'm laughing at Abba's reaction. That's what I'm laughing at.
But yo, that's what it is.
I assume this is some
Sneakwalker?
Yeah.
Star Wars.
He flipped. Yo, that's a.
And if you look at pictures of him now, he's wearing the same type of shirt.
I don't know why Star Wars is popping up in my head, but it's a reference that I have no idea what he's talking about.
He's literally wearing shades indoors during interviews.
But
so
I get the point.
He's literally copied verbatim Tate's whole playbook.
Yeah.
If someone calls everyone else a bot, it's crazy how he became a Tate bot himself.
Right.
What you hate? And you hate
He was talking so much shit about him.
fucking jacket, B.
But the thing that happened is that he didn't become Tate.
He did.
He became the image.
Sure.
Because he's not doing what... The thing is this. I actually believe Tate does everything that he says he does. That's the difference. I believe he does and he moves exactly how he says he moves. Right? It's not the fact that, I got respect for that, but I got more respect for that than for emulators. That emulates that. They emulate the fact that they move like him, do what they don't. Sneako don't do what Tate does. Sneako doesn't have the training, doesn't have nothing that. They're emulating that. Same thing with other people like that. They're doing that. At least Tate is doing what he says he does. Good or bad. Consistent. He's consistent in what he says.
I mean, no. Sometimes it's a character, sometimes it's not.
I'm
just joking. No, you're not. You know what I mean? I don't think he's consistent.
What I mean by that, he's trying to play a game. He always says that he's trying to play a game, and when he says it's consistent, it's because it benefits him. And when he's saying it's a game, it's because it benefits him. When it's not, but at the end of the day, I think he really moves like that. Homie uses the game and character card when he's in trouble. You understand what I'm saying? Sure. But other than that, I think he actually lives like that. The girls, the this, the that, the mansion, he lives like that. Most of these other dudes don't.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. A lot of the guys in the Red Pill just cosplaying.
They cosplay.
They act like they out here players, but they marry.
I feel like that's also like starting to become a really common cop out. When people are put on the spot or they are held accountable for what they're saying, it's like, oh, I was trolling. It's like, nah, nigga.
You're caught. Even though they say like options,
yeah, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, and your whole wife is this, your whole wife is that, or you shouldn't date girls that are in the industry, ex-workers and stuff like that, and then you do and date those. Well, Tate doesn't really give a fuck. He's like,
I disagree. He claims the whole Muslim thing. Meanwhile, he owns casinos and still running the sex web stuff. Like he's also fake about a lot of his stuff too. I don't buy that.
It's the amount of fake. Yeah, sure.
These guys, like women in the chat, there's like maybe 6 of you here. Do you think that these guys are going to be fun to date? I guess I don't know them, and I'm judging it off of 2 minutes of a podcast where they're defending themselves being called incels. I guess they'd be fun, like, because like I think this guy on the left is a fighter or stuff like that. So like a woman will enjoy that, but. Based on this so far, do you think that they're giving like the charming personality that women want to be charmed? That's actually takes precedent over the rest of the superficial stuff that men always talk about in this podcast. Women want to have a good time.
And now you listen to him today, and he's the exact opposite. There's just an interesting little look into it. You know what it makes me think of? It's like when you know a girl, and then a pimp rolled through, and then you don't know her anymore.
Yeah.
Sneako just got pimped.
Yeah.
Say
that whole thing, nigga. A pimp named Slipback. I'll be in my car. You join me. 1, 2.
Crazy. But anyways, let us know what you guys think in the comments.
Sneako's Cristal like the champagne. That's Sneako.
He's watched that Boondocks episode several times to remember that whole part. But yeah, it's really interesting to hear, him say these things less than a year ago. And, fast forward to now, he all about, his daddy Tate. So it's like, oh, you were just talking big shit about him, like not too long ago at all. So it's really interesting. Like people are very flip-floppy, but it is what it is. It's the nature of the world. We change. People change, so I'm guessing his perspective changed the more he watched videos of Tate. He fell in love, so it is what it is. But initially he was talking hella shit, so I just think it's interesting. Y'all let me know what y'all thought, though. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.